Aloha, and welcome to Hawaiian Cooking with Teeth. Tonight, I'm making poke, which is one of my very favorite dishes. This is going to be ahi poke, which is made with raw ahi. This red fish here is ahi. And this basic poke is going to contain ahi and tomato and green onion and sesame oil and soy sauce. Now what I'm doing here is cutting the fish into little squares. I'm going to serve this tonight with wasabi and ginger, which it's really good without wasabi and ginger, but I'm a big sushi fan, and I find that actually a friend of mine recently turned me on to the idea of eating it with ginger, and it's very good. Ginger and wasabi. So we'll take this raw fish, and these pieces with a little bit of white in them, they're not quite as good. The white stuff is kind of, I guess I could just pull that white stuff off. We'll get rid of that piece, but you mix the fish. With the onion and tomato. I'm going to cut up a little bit more tomato and onion because that's a lot of fish. It's about 1.5 pounds of ahi. I got it at my local international market. It's called HT Market. If you're in Seattle, you can find HT Market at 100th Street in North Aurora. It's my favorite store. They got all kinds of fantastic Asian things, Hawaiian things, Mexican things. There's a fish market in the store. And they have taro leaf there and taro root and ahi. I don't know any other place to get taro leaf or taro root. Wow. This is pretty coarse. Yeah, I should probably make it a little smaller. The main thing is the fish, really. And sesame oil. Sesame oil is what gives poke its flavor, its characteristic. It's kind of a smoky flavor. These green onions. And this is going to be very good. And here is some soy sauce. And some sesame oil. And a pinch of sea salt. And a pinch of sesame seeds. Mix it up good. The sesame seeds should adhere to the fish because of the oil and the soy sauce. I put a pretty healthy amount of oil and soy sauce. It actually doesn't take much to coat the fish. But more doesn't matter, because I mean pretty much what you're doing is picking out the fish, and then there's pieces of tomato and onion stuck to it. You eat this with chopsticks. So once it's mixed up, and this is the most basic poke recipe. I made some the other day with avocado, cut up avocado and put it in, and it was really good. But this is the most basic, I think, poke recipe. I could put a spoonful of that guacamole in here. I won't though. Then you are supposed to put it in the refrigerator for an hour or 2 hours before you eat it. We could eat it right now. It would be delicious. But the recipe calls for letting it marinate for an hour. So that's poke. Aloha.